Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Lando from The Snap coming at you with the top 5 wide receiver trade for targets at the deadline. These wide receivers should help you win a fantasy title. And maybe if you're not in the playoffs, get them on your team right now before the deadline's over, and they'll help you get into the playoffs. So these guys are a mix of risky, high risk, high reward plays that should get you over that hump. Like I said, you have to beat teams with Tyreek Hill, Christian McCaffrey, and you need to easily attain some of these players. So these are some good buy lows as well. So my number 1 trade for target is going to be Devonte Smith. He is a wide receiver on the Eagles. He's a number 2 for his team, and he's coming off a bye week. So I really like players coming off bye weeks because we have short memories in the fantasy world. So I think with Dallas Goedert going down and with Jalen Hurts maybe not running as much because of his knee that he got a little bit injured in the Dallas game, I think Devonte Smith is going to be a beneficiary of that and going to see a lot of targets. He's got 2 touchdowns in his last 2 games, and I think he's going to be great. He could be a wide receiver 1 on points per game to finish the year. I'm a big fan of Devonte Smith, and I think you should try to get him if you can. My number 2 target is a guy that's been very underwhelming this year, and that's DK Metcalf. What I like most about him is he's an elite wide receiver with elite upside, and he's really easy to get. You should have no problem getting DK Metcalf right now, and the schedule is a little bit tricky. It's tough. They play Dallas once, San Francisco twice, Philadelphia in the next 4 games. So, man, I do think you should be able to get DK Metcalf, and I think you should try to get him, at least see what it takes to get him on the team. He had just under 100 yards this past week, 12 targets, which I love to see. I think Geno Smith does get it back on track. So I would be trying to get DK Metcalf and see the discount you can get on an elite player. My 3rd wide receiver target is going to be Cooper Kupp. And what's nice about Cooper Kupp is that the player that has him in your league is probably struggling. He missed the first 4 games of the season, and the past 3 games that he's played has been very poor. So there could be struggling. You should be able to get him at relatively cheap price, and we know that Matt Stafford is supposed to come back against Seattle this week. So I really like trying to get Cooper Kupp. I'm trying to get him in every single league. He is the former number 1 wide receiver. You can get him at a discount right now. Try to get Cooper Kupp right now. I think he's a great buy right now before the deadline. My number 4 wide receiver is going to be Deebo Samuel. I just got him in a league, and I'm thrilled about it. He had four targets, 4 catches, 30 yards. He had some rushing work, a rushing touchdown this past week, and the San Francisco 49ers really need him to win. He gets very involved. I love the schedule going forward. And San Francisco needs to win and needs to win often. They're going to force him the football. I really like Deebo Samuel, and he's an elite wide receiver that you can get at a pretty good price because of his injury history. He hasn't been really fully healthy for quite some time, and this 13-point game he had this week isn't going to scare anyone off from trying to trade away Deebo Samuel. So I think this is the time to get Deebo and get him at a pretty decent price. If you haven't already, check out my running back video. I had my top 5 running back targets, but let's go for my number 5. We have DJ Moore. Justin Fields is coming back. DJ Moore was good with Justin Fields. He's had some really big games, and he is a yards after catch kind of guy. This is what I talked about, the upside of DJ Moore. He should be pretty easy to acquire. Hasn't had a double-digit game since his huge 45-point performance against Washington. So the only issue with DJ Moore right now is a week 13 bye. But besides that, the schedule looks phenomenal. We have Detroit twice, Minnesota once, and Cleveland, Arizona, Atlanta. The schedule is awesome. And like I said, Justin Fields is coming back, which should be great for the Bears offense. If you can get DJ Moore at a discount, I think this is the time. He's a great flex play, especially if you have multiple flex positions. His upside is always there. All right, guys. Let me know who you're trading for. What wide receivers did I miss from this list? And do I have a wide receiver on this list that should not be on that? It might be DK Metcalf. Either way, guys, thanks for tuning in. Smash that subscribe button, like the video, stay tuned on the channel. I'll have every position coming up, and let me know in the comments who you're trading for before the deadline. Thanks a lot, guys. We will see you next time.